Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marisa Khumyat, student of Master Degree in Pharmaceutical Chemistry and Natural Product Program. Today, I would like to present the induction of cytochrome P450 by Bacopa miniuri standardized extract and its constituent on Hep2 cell. This presentation is divided into 5 sections. I will begin with introductions, objective, following material and metrics, result and discussion, and conclusion. Introductions. According to the WHO, millions of people have concomitantly used the herb, play-script, and non-play-script medicine for a synergistic effects. Besides the herbal use in the global market trend to include the $3 trillion USD in 2006 to $5 trillion USD in 2015. However, the combination used between herb and medicine may produce the herb-drug interactions, which involve alteration of drug bioavailability or efficacy, and chronic medical illness individualities. Bacopa miniuri and Promi is a herb belonging to family Pentaginaceae. Promi is an aquatic perennial plant found in marshy areas several of the world. It has been used as Ayurvedic medicine for the treatment of neuropharmacological disorders. The major compounds which are including Bacoside A3, Bacopacide 1, Bacopacide 2, Bacopacide X, and Bacopasaponin C, responsible for memory and cognition enhancement. Besides, Bacopa miniuri extract can agent beta amyloid toxicity and rich in pharmacological properties. Nowadays, this plant has been developed as a dietary supplement or herbal medicine for its good efficacy and less toxicities. Cytochrome P450 is a superfamily of enzymes that play an important role in FET1 metabolism of synbiotic compound when taken in the body. Also, the co-administration of herb and drug can lead to pharmacokinetic interaction by induction or inhibition of the specific CYP enzyme. The outcome may result in toxicity or therapeutic failure. The phenomenon of the increased drug metabolism ability of the enzyme by several drug and chemical is called as enzyme induction. A number of the drug can cause increase the liver enzyme activity over time. This in turn includes the metabolic rate of the same and of the drug. Therefore, the induction effect has to be studied before using drug combination with herb. Our study is performed include CYP enzymatic activity and mRNA expression based on the gold standard for in vitro experiment following FDA guideline recommendation. For instance, co-administration of antiplatelet drug and other chemical compound plant group has been increased the risk of bleeding due to alteration of the mRNA CYP enzyme expression. Thus, herb-drug interaction caused by consuming herb and another drug concomitantly occur via drug metabolism enzyme reaction. Nowadays, there has no study related to the induction effect of Bacopa miniuri extract and their phytochemical on drug metabolism enzyme using human hepatocellular carcinoma cell line or Hep2 cell. Our study were performed based on FDA guidance for industry 2020, and it will be useful to evaluate the herb-drug interaction of the extract and their bioactive compound when co-administration with other drug, as well as to predict further clinical interaction to ensure the patient medication use for effective with maximum safety. Therefore, this study focused on evaluation of induction effect of Bacopa miniuri extract and its constituent on cytochrome P450 used Hep2 cell. This section presents two methods related to the induction effect of the extract and bioactive compound on cytochrome P450. Scope of the study including preparation of standard and chemical reagent, isolation and cultivation, cytotoxicities, CYP site activity, and CYP mRNA expression. Based on statistic analysis, the one-way analysis of variant internet tests as used to assess the significance of the difference between the group. The level of significance is set at p-value less than 0.05. The number expressed at mean and SEM value. The chemical and authentic metabolite standard of the induction used in this study are present in this line. The extract powder containing the amount of total saponin approximately is 18%, which is a mixture of Bacopa A3, Bacopa 1, Bacopa 2, Bacopa X, and Bacopa saponin C. The 5 saponin standards were obtained from pharmaceutical science universities. Human hepatocellular carcinoma cell line with purchase from JCBR cell bank. Briefly, in order to determine CYP activity, the 12 and 24 well plates were incubated in DMEM low glucose for 24 hours. After that, the medium is changed. The system will be treated with extract and compound compared with reference inducer for 72 hours. The DMSO 0.1% will be as a control group. In the cytotoxicity section, the healthy T cell will be cultured in 96 multi-well plate. The concentration will be increased by 10-fold. To measure cellular viability using MTTSA, the 7.75% of cell viability were determined concentration of the compound. The CYP enzyme activity assay, the system treats with extract and compound for 72 hours, then is incubated with the substrate of each CYP enzyme for 3 hours. The biotransformation is terminated by adding acetonitrile. Samples are centrifuged. The resulting supernatant is transferred to analyzed by LC-MS and HPLC-UV. The mRNA expression healthy T cell treated by reference compound or extract for 72 hours. Threshold reagent is added to terminate the biotransformation and to extract the total RNA. Then the total RNA is converted to cDNA before amplified by qRT-PCR. The PCR results are converted from CQ value and it will be compared with the control. The result will be interpreted based on induction criteria when the values are more than twofold. This table provides the information about analytical method to describe the enzyme kinetic assay. Result and discussion at 0.1% DMSO show more than 75% cell viability, which performed the solvent effect did not present. As a result, the CC50 value of Bacopa monnieri extract was 700 mg per day, while the CC50 value of radioactive compound were greater than 100 micromolar. This result might suggest that other compounds contribute to the cytotoxicity of the Bacopa monnieri extract. At the 120 microgram per milliliter of Bacopa monnieri extract contains less than 2.5% of bioactive compound. Thus, the bioactive compound were accounted for less than 3 micromolar. Hence, the concentration of bioactive compound at 2.5 micromolar are selected to further perform the induction effect experiment. The graph expands concentration of Bacopa monnieri extract and bioactive compound versus percentage of the cell viability virtual in figure 1. The concentration of the extract at 60 and 120 microgram per milliliter are converted as the dose that are 300 and 600 milligram in the body. Assume the extract and bioactive compound were fully absorbed. Therefore, consumption of 300 and 600 milligram per day Bacopa monnieri extract might not produce the hepatotoxic. In vitro induction effect of Bacopa monnieri extract and Bacopa Cytochrome that which assume a major bioactive constituent drive the several pharmacological effects are analyzed in healthy tissue cell using LCMS with positive mode. As the analysis result, the extract significant increase the CYP1A2 to basic to C9 and 3A4 enzyme activity when compared to a control. While Bacopa Cytochrome significant increase the CYP1A2 and CYP3A4 enzyme activity are shown in figure 2. These results suggest not only Bacopa Cytochrome could induce the induction metabolism enzyme activity, but also other phytochemical compound the effect to the enzyme activity. The metabolite peak identify mass per chart in this slide. In order to investigate the induction effect of extract and each bioactive compound in healthy tissue cell, the mRNA expression is determined using RT-PCR. The expression level of CYP1A2 to B6 to C9 and 3A4 were shown in figure 3. As a result, 60 and 100 20 mg per milliliter Bacopa monnieri extract show 8-fold and 10-fold increase of CYP1A2 mRNA expression respectively. While a positive control is beta neutrophenol could increase 24-fold mRNA expression. Also, at 60 and 120 microgram per milliliter Bacopa monnieri extract show 2-fold and 7-fold increase of CYP to B6 mRNA expression respectively, while a positive control is phenobarbital show highest mRNA expression induction. Despite the 60 milligram per milliliter did not show induction effect on CYP3A4 mRNA expression, as a 120 microgram per milliliter show approximately 4-fold increase of CYP3A4 mRNA expression. These results suggest the induction effect of Bacopa monnieri extract might be concentration dependent manner. In addition, Bacopa monnieri extract and 5 bioactive compound has no induction effect on CYP2C9 mRNA expression. As the mRNA expression result, Bacopa A3 and Bacopa 2 show the highest induction of CYP1A2 to B6 and 3A4 expression. In addition, Bacopa saponin C show 4-fold increase the CYP1A2 mRNA expression. These results suggest that Bacopa A3 and Bacopa 2 might be major bioactive compounds that drive the induction of CYP1A2 to B6 and 3A4 mRNA expression. Assumption of the phenomenon might be that Bacopa monnieri extract and each bioactive compound did not express the induction effect on CYP2C9 due to the difference of the primer between healthy tissue cell line and normal human hepatocyte sequencing at the position of 144 base pair. Since most species cell different in the expression and regulation of CYP, the result often with the three cell line could not be directly extrapolated to normal cell inhalment. One major drawback that hepatoma cell express biotransformation activity to very limited extent in some instances, such as CYP2B6 to C9 and 3A4. The value measured in healthy tissue cell were 2 or 3 orders of the magnitude lower than in hepatocyte. Despite healthy tissue cell easy to handle, it may be not appropriate in vitro model of the drug metabolism experiment, since the healthy tissue cell has been contain the CYP mRNA expression approximately 4-fold lower than primary human hepatocyte. Therefore, we further plan to evaluate the induction effect of Bacopa monnieri extract and compound on cytochrome P450 using human hepatocyte. Conclusion: the induction effect on Bacopa monnieri extract and the bioactive constituent was preliminary using Hep-G2 cell. All findings found that Bacopa monnieri extract at 300 to 600 mg did not produce the hepatotoxic. This result might suggest a safety profile of Bacopa monnieri extract. Based on in vitro study, Bacopa monnieri extract, Bacopa A3, Bacopa 1, and Bacopa 2 could significantly increase the CYP1A2 and CYP3A4 enzyme activity. Also, alone Bacopa monnieri extract significant increase mRNA and activity of CYP2B6. Therefore, concomitantly, you are consuming Bacopa monnieri extract with CYP1A2 substrate, CYP2B6 substrate, and CYP3A4 substrate should be careful. We estimate the test concentration based on recommended 300 to 600 mg per day and assume that the extract was fully absorbed F oral equal 1. Therefore, there is a less of possibility in such induct phenomenon. However, the animal study should be performed before the preclinical study. In the future, we further investigate the induction effect of the extract and bioactive compound using human hepatocyte. I would like to thank my advisor, Dr. Damrongsak Pekthong, and our team from Faculty of Pharmacy, the Biochemical Lab, and the Physiological Lab Faculty of Medical Science, Naresuan University for continued support. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please hesitate to contact with me.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Marisa, for your nice presentations. If anyone have questions, please feel free to ask the speakers.
Yes, I have a question regarding your tasting of enzyme induction in Hep-G2 cell. As you mentioned that the level of the mRNA expression of cytochrome P450 in most subtypes are dramatically low in Hep-G2, and you said that the reason why you use the Hep-G2 because it's easy to manipulate. Are there any other rationale behind the selection of the cell line?
For use cell line in this experiment, I will too easy to handle and use them is screening for the mRNA expression activity before using primary human hepatocyte.
All right, you plan to use the primary cells in the future, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any questions? Okay, if no questions from the audience, may I ask some questions? Okay, first, it might be simple, but I would like to start with which patients or which type of disease or the state that people receive Bacopa monnieri that as a supplement. Why they have to eat this kind of herb?
You mean, pardon?
I mean, this kind of herb, the people are normally takes, or it's for the patients, or like what is the benefit of this kind of herb?
The main property of Bacopa monnieri extract, you choose for neuropharmacological disorder, and for this study study, I confirm the safety, maximum safety for the everyone, and used for the combination with drug and herb, and including the elder outpatient medication.
Is it the commercial one or just in the test? The Bacopa monnieri extract. Is it now commercials?
Support. You mean obtain this extract?
Is it approved? Yeah. Or is that the approved drug to like take?
Yes. This study to confirm the in vitro experiment. To test the safety of the youth health, the recommend dose. You right.
Okay, so thank you. For the next questions, do you have any plan to confirm your system in like in vivo studies?
For in vivo study, if the result not induction effect in enzyme activities, maybe use the extract and compound to the drugs. Can develop to drugs.
Okay, thank you very much. I think, okay, it's time for next presentations. Is anyone still have questions for Miss Marisa?
Yes, actually, I have my final question, just the only one. So you plan to develop like this extract or from this plant to a drug, right? And it has the potential of induce the 6 hepatic enzymes. Do we need to aware of anything in particular, like drug interaction or anything about that? A precaution? Or a patient with liver dysfunction or anything like that?
You mean function of extract?
No, I mean, do we need to add the precaution for your compound or not, because you taste the induction activity to the liver enzyme? So do you aware of the drug interaction when using with other drugs or other supplements or anything like that? Drug interaction, herb drug interactions, drug interactions, yeah. Or maybe an extra precaution for your product, things like that.
For I did not plan to apply in unhealthy volunteer.
Even though like healthy people can experience drug drug interaction, right? So I just like have a question whether you have the precaution for using your particular product with other drugs or not, just that. Because it can occur to any individuals, even though they are healthy or they are unhealthy. Maybe that will be your future plan for your further investigation, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I add some suggestions here? I thought that maybe just add something. Because the data show when you use the extract, I forgot already, is that a compound or extract that you study? Can you remind me? Is that compound and also extract that you will study earlier? Did you use extract or you are using compound for the study when you study individual cytochrome P450?
Yes. Both.
Okay, sorry. So then it doesn't matter, but when you see the activity, when you use the either extract or the compound, when you see induce of the cytochrome P450, that means that for even normal people, our enzyme activity is going to enhance. When our enzyme is going to enhance, then indirectly, if we take other drug, then other drug depends on the enzyme to be metabolite. It will either the dose will be messed up with the kinetic. That's why she means that herbs and drug interactions, or could be additional drug and drug interaction, is quite complicated, even for normal people, because the enzyme activity you induce a cytochrome P450 enzyme more, and then the concentration of the drug that we are taking finally in the plasma concentration will be reduced. It will make that drug medication not effective anymore. Yeah. I hope I clarified something, or maybe some suggestion. That is a good project, actually. That's why you have this additional questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Chan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Marisa.